So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. My name is Jonathan Wolf, and you're listening to White Wolf Radio Show. This is all about the shamanic experience, shamanic journeying, and we're live from sunny Brisbane on a beautiful, crisp Saturday morning. And wherever you are in this world, I hope you're having a fantastic week, or your week's just finishing, and you've got a beautiful weekend coming up. So before I did this, we started this radio show and going live, I went onto Facebook Live and put out there that during this radio show, we'll be giving you the results of the poll that we did last week, giving 2 ideas of what we're going to do for this week's show. And then also what I'll be doing is gifting a couple of the listeners some of my personal products, which I make my own, which is Jonathan Wolf Shamanic Incense, Journeying Incense. If you want to have a look at the picture, you can go onto Beacon Light Radio Facebook page. You can chat with me on Beacon Live Radio Chat Facebook page. And then we've also got a call-in number, which is also on the Facebook page. And then if you'd like to call into the show later on, the meeting number is 1260-222-6490, and the conference ID number that you need to get hold of me is 79364733. So if I was too quick for that, you can go onto the Beacon Light Radio chats page, and you can pick up that Skype number, the meeting number, and call in. My producer will put your call through to me, but this will only be in the last 15 to 20 minutes of the show. Prior to that, we'll be discussing what result, or the winner of the result of the poll that we had last week. So without further ado, what we're going to be doing is this week's show, we're going to be talking about shamanic healing. Put a poll out there last week for shamanic healing and soul retrieval, and this week we're going to be talking about shamanic healing as it won the poll. But next week, even though soul retrieval is a part of shamanic healing, we'll do a more in-depth discussion on that next weekend or next Friday evening, depending where you are in this world. So again, if you'd like to chat with me, chat on Beacon Light Radio Chat Facebook page. Just comment your questions under the comments, and my producer will send them through to me, or I can have a look at my Facebook page. I've got it live in front of me at this point in time, or call me by dialing 1260-222-6490, and then the conference ID number again that you need is 79364733. So, blessings to everybody. And prior to me starting, what I always do is I bless my sacred area, and wherever you are, I make sure that you're blessed and in a sanctual and peaceful place for you to listen to my show. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to light my little smudging stick, and we'll get cracking. So wherever you are in the world, on this plane, I bless the area that you're in. I call in the 4 corners of the world, the north, the east, the west, and the south. I call our ancestors. I call our spiritual masters, our spiritual guides, and anybody else that would like to join us, to create a safe and honored space around me and around everybody that is listening. Blessings, and let it be. So, today's topic, excuse me, shamanic healing. What is shamanic healing to you? Well, to me, and the way I practice it, and the way I teach it, and the way I've written it in my books, and the way I speak about it, is shamanic healing is spirit-driven work which combines powerful methods to help you to make profound changes and effective changes in your life. restoring balance, harmony, and a sense of well-being. Once you make the commitment to enter into a sacred contract with Spirit, then the magic of it will unravel itself, and whatever no longer serves you, and the process that what needs to return and the moment begins, empowering you to move forward in your life in a more supportive and healthy way. Now, there's a lot of healers, shamanic healers, Reiki healers, energy healers, light workers out there, and just natural healers. One of them is a friend of mine, Charlie Goldsmith. I haven't met him yet, but we've had a couple of discussions online, and he had a show in the States called The Healer. Beautiful guy, beautiful energy. He's had no training whatsoever. His is all just a natural ability. Everybody has got that natural ability. For some of us in our paths, we have to go down the route of seeking out or a mentor showing up in our life. We never seek. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear to help us and bring our gift out, because everybody's got the gift. And I'm still a firm believer, and everybody knows this, I'm a very firm believer that shamanic energy and shamanic roots is in all of us. Spirituality is in all of us. And I keep saying this, and I said this in the last show and the last show before that, that we are spiritual beings or spiritual energies living a human experience. We're not humans living or seeking a spiritual journey or path. We're already there. We've come down to this plane to experience the human life form, to experience the fear, to experience the ego, and to learn some lessons that we need to learn to move forward and progress into the next stage of our lifetime, be it on this plane or in another plane or another dimension or another world. So shamanic healing is not about me healing you. Shamanic healing is me being the conduit between Spirit and yourself, and Spirit giving you the tools, and for me to help you, show you those tools so you can heal yourself. It's all about self-love, self-healing. And when you do visit a shaman for shamanic healing and stuff like that, all we do is connect with our ancestors, connect with our guides, connect with your guides, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirits, to help you heal yourself. I get asked the question so many times that, can we heal everybody? Can I heal every single person that comes into contact with me? Simple answer to that question, no, I can't, because I'm not doing the healing. Again, I'm just the conduit. Once you enter into that sacred contract with Spirit to heal yourself, you need to set your intention, do the processes that Spirit is showing you, your ancestors are showing you, so you can heal yourself. We are just here to help you on that journey. So, looking at some of the symptoms in this modern day world, we've obviously got extractions, we've got, power animal retrievals, we've got soul retrievals, energetic realignment, which is, excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat this morning. So the energetic realignment is, again, people will identify it as the energy is body. We need to realign the body. We need to realign the chakra points for us to be in total harmony with ourselves, obviously grounding ourselves and connecting with the universe, etc., etc. So shamanic healing also does illumination healing, curse removal, shadow work, unraveling ancient ancestral patterns, cutting the cords, entity removals. We also do house clearing, property clearing, emotional clearing, personal clearing. Okay, we also divinate medicine wheels. We do divination and shamanic counseling. Shamanic counseling, again, that's all spirit-driven work. We're just the conduit. We pass on the messages for you to help heal yourself and coach you and mentor you if you wish, to take you through that journey and to take you down that path so you can be a better and brighter person. Some of my customers or clients, which I call now close friends, are all over the world. So, again, people ask me the question all the time, does shamanic healing work when you're sitting in Australia and I'm in Boston or New York or San Francisco or Toronto or Johannesburg? You get the picture. My answer to that question is, and if I'm wrong, type it out on the Facebook page and let me know. But my interpretation of this is spirit, or the universe, doesn't know time and distance. Well, they do know time and distance, but to them it doesn't matter. So if I've got a client sitting in front of me, or I've got a client on the other side of the globe, or on another planet, if you wish, will my shamanic healing be as effective there as it is here? The answer to that question, absolutely. Absolutely it will, because again, it's not me doing the healing, it's spirit doing coaching you and mentoring you with my guidance and help interpreting the messages for you to move forward. So what does that mean? So if you have a look at yourself, you're in New York, I'm in Brisbane, Australia, you look up into the universe, you see the same stars, I see the same stars. I see the same universe, I see the same universe. I look at my feet, and we're all on Earth. The distance between us, when we're doing such work, doesn't matter. Okay. Now, some shamanic practitioners out there, most of the shamanic practitioners out there, I'll say all of them. Let me take that back. Sorry, I've just been slapped over my head by my guides. Treat a lot of ailments, but again, they're not treating. They're helping you treat them through spirit and through guidance of your ancestors and the universe and Mother Earth. So even if you go onto my website, which is jonathanwolf.com.au, if you have a look there and you look under shamanic healing, it specifically says down there, and I'll read it for you now. Do you suffer from any of the following? Then shamanic healing could be for you. Shamanic healing, including extraction, psychic surgery, power animal retrieval, soul retrieval, energetic realignment, illumination healing, treating chronic ailments including fatigue, anxiety, stress, depression, addiction, trauma, lack of motivation, grief, disassociation, phobias and anxieties, lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem, always judging oneself and putting yourself down, memory loss, etc. A sense of never having recovered from something in your past, illnesses, physical, emotional, and mental. Compulsive behaviors, negative and repetitive patterns, which prevent us from living a fulfilled and happy life. PTSD, ongoing bereavement, depression ranging from mild to chronic, attraction to and remaining within unhealthy relationships, a sense of something missing, a sense of just going through the motions, an inability to move from a particular event or issue in your past, a sense of hopelessness, feeling lost, being caught up in negative thought patterns towards oneself or others. And this is where a shamanic practitioner offers these to help you remove these situations out of your being or spirit or soul or your energies so you can start progressing, removing the blocks as such. The way we do that is we have quite a few different alternative routes that we go down. For example, a shamanic healing session may consist of one or more of the following methods: power animal retrieval, extraction, soul retrieval, ancestral healing, curse unraveling, cord cutting, and spirit release. So part of this, especially when we're doing the soul retrieval work, and this is going to be our next show's topic, so we're going to, just do a little brief discussion on it at this point in time, is soul retrieval is taking you, our client, our sitter, down a path to a certain part of your life where you've had an argument, loss of life, you were injured, or a bad part of your life, bad divorce, etc., where shamanic healing can come in. And for us to remove that blockage and to bring your soul piece back together is we take you back to that scenario, protected and guided, of course, where we will sit with you, you will watch what's happening, we will basically relive what's happening, feel the emotions around that, then we will show you, and Spirit will show you how to love it, how to forgive it, and how to release it. Then to take that little piece of soul fragment, bring it back into yourself, giving it love and respect and honesty, and finding the balance within, and reconnecting that soul piece with you. When that happens, your life and your soul and everything comes back into balance. Soul retrieval is not just a one-off. Soul retrieval can take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, how many times, depending on how Spirit guides us and how many traumas you've got in your life, be it in this life or in your past lives. So you might be going through some major issues. I had the pleasure of going and watching Jennifer on the live feed on Beacon of Light Radio live readings the other night, and there's so many people on there with that have got traumatic experiences with past ones passing over and stuff like that, and issues in their lives with court cases and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to go into too much detail, but just the flow out of energy and resonating with that energy is you've already made that step to start healing yourself, connecting with that person that you've lost or that person that crossed over by connecting with Jennifer and asking for a reading. So this forms part of your healing and moving forward. So moving forward on the shamanic healing, shamans have to be healed themselves before they can heal others. Shamans sacrifice a lot. We do. Our work is our life. And like I said, the shaman is not a religion. It's not a spiritual practice. It's not, I feel I've got a calling for that, and feel that, okay, I need to go out and get a certificate and call myself a shaman. Shaman is a path, a way of life, a journey. In today's modern world, it's a lot more difficult than obviously it was in ancient times. But we've got a lot more resources. And for a shaman to heal or to guide people and connect to people and connect to spirit and help them heal themselves, the shaman has to be healed himself. Otherwise, what's associated with the shaman that's unhealed will reflect onto the person that is guiding to heal or to show. Shamans need to respect their work and respect their clients. Shamanic healing is thought to be one of the oldest healing practices, stretching back thousands and thousands of years, linking to indigenous cultures across the globe. Now, years and years ago, all the continents were aligned and everybody was connected. We are still connected spiritually. As I keep saying that we are one. So whatever you see in shamanic healing in America, from the ancients, the American Indians, the Canadian Aboriginals, the Eskimos, the Sami shamans, the African shamans, the Asian shamans, they all offer exactly the same thing, just with the interpretation from their indigenous culture. Traditionally, a shaman was an important person in tribal life, known as the medicine person, said to obviously be able to communicate with spirits and journey with the spirits into the spirit realms and work with spirit allies. As modern-day shamans, we follow similar patterns. We work with our power animals, our spirit helpers, to seek advice for our clients. We then transfer this to our clients to show you how to help yourself. So if you're finding it hard to be focused, the shaman can help you, or any energy healer can help you. It's all about healing yourself, making sure that you're on your true path and true journey. And we are here to guide you and help you. So like I said before, one of the processes of that is power animal retrieval. Another one is extraction. And extraction is basically from a shamanic perspective. When a client suffers from power loss or soul loss, then typically the vacuum which has been left open has the potential to attract negative energies, otherwise known as spiritual intrusions. So just highlighting on that is if you do any work or healing work, you're obviously removing something, removing an entity or a negative energy or a shadow, etc., in someone's auric field or in somebody's spiritual field, etc., etc. You need to obviously replace that with something, or because there's going to be a vacuum. And that vacuum will be like a vortex where it'll just draw in from whatever's out there and bring in more rubbish or negativity. And that could create another blockage in your body. Common intrusions are negative thoughts, and they come in the forms of easy, anger, rage, hate, resentment, etc. To remove these intrusions, I will use the inner sight, basically scanning the client's body, and gently remove what does not belong, transmuting these energies into a healthy way so they can cause no further harm. So what happens is we release them, we let them go. Then I will, with the help of my guides and my spirits, bring in positive energy and white light, people call it, and fill that hole with the white light and with a positive energy, so it creates a seal and vacuum, so you're basically healing yourself. It doesn't mean when you come in and see me that you walk into my door, you might have a specific ailment like, I don't know, anger or something like that, and I'll pull that out of your body, and then you're all 100% hunky-dory, and you all go walking out the door thinking, oh, what a beautiful life. Of course you're going to feel like that, but that doesn't mean that you're cured or you're healed. That just means we removed the negativity, we put in the positivity, so the healing is still happening. The healing is still vibrating through your body. And I always say to my clients, when you come in for a healing session with me or with somebody else, make sure when you leave that healing session that you don't go out there and if you've got a full day shopping, you don't do it. Just take it easy. You need to relax. You need to breathe and relax and meditate. And it's exactly the same if you're going to have a physical operation. You need to recoup, refocus, and look after and care for the area that's been healed. We show you through spirit how to heal that, how to help yourself with that, and to guide you on the recovery. Some recovery might take a couple of hours, some recovery might take a couple of days. Does shamanic healing work on the first go? Not always. Again, it's all about me being the conduit, connecting you with spirit giving me what I need to communicate to you to say these are the issues that we've got, and to show you how to heal yourself and to take care of yourself and to recover from that. If the intention isn't set behind that and it's right, obviously the person can go backwards instead of going forwards. So that's where you get the case of certain people going to healers that are very well known and walking out feeling great, and the next couple of days they're back to square one, where they were before they even met. So they thought, oh, this is a waste of time. One, about healing or getting healing is all about the preparation. When I get a client that asks me to do a healing on them, I always do an initial consult to find out and connect. Okay, these are the ailments, these are what the issues are. I connect with spirit, I connect with their guides. Once I've done that, I will sit down with the client and say, right, this is what I'm picking up, etc., etc. This is what I'm being guided to. This is what I think we should do, and this is what I've been guided that we should do. Again, and I'll give that to the client and say, what is your choice? Then if they say, absolutely, let's do it, okay, then we set the intentions. Then I'll turn around to my client and say, this is what you have to do before coming in. This is what you have to do before you walk through my door. And even when you come into my room, we will do a shamanic prayer on healing to set the intentions, to make sure that everything there is in perfect order for us to move forward. Your intentions are 100% correct. Your intentions have got the proper energy behind it. Your spirits are raring to go, and then we can move forward. If we're not in this mindset, thinking, okay, I've got a bung knee or a sore knee, and shamanic healing, I'm going to try shamanic healing because everybody's talking about it. It's the new thing that everybody's trying in the modern day world. It's not a new thing. We've been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So that's the wrong intention already. So what do you think is going to happen? Absolutely nothing. So we can only guide you and help you in that part. Part of the shamanic healing is obviously counseling around it, especially with certain behaviors. With your ancestral healing, the patterns, the behaviors that you're going through in this lifetime could have been passed from your ancestral past. So we need to go through that. Any negative situations that have been in this lifetime that you need to go through, we need to go there. I'm not going to turn around to you and say it's not going to be emotional. It very much is. Very emotional, especially when we go to situations where there's been abuse or physical or sexual or verbal abuse. We unfortunately have to go back down there. I say down there. We have to go back to that stage of your life And being a good shamanic healer is also being a very good counselor and listening to the clients and listening to spirit, pulling you out of there, not dragging you, pulling you or guiding you out of there, and making sure that your intentions are correct so you can start healing yourself with the help and guide of my guides and your guides and me and your spirit guides. To put it into context, again, I keep going on about shamanic healing, and the shaman is the cable box, the Foxtel unit in Australia, or the cable box in America, where you guys, to put it into context, you guys are the TV, I'm the cable box, and the satellite is spirit. All I'm doing is getting the signal from them, bringing it through me, communicating, and listening to that and deciphering what the message is and putting that and showing that onto the screen. This is what we're doing. Curse unraveling is another one. Cord cutting. Cord cutting, if anybody doesn't know what cords are, whenever we meet somebody, wherever we go, places, people, work, and in some instances relationships that may longer support our sacred dream, yet it still have some sort of hold over you. And if you can picture this in your head at the moment, like you're walking around and you see, like pieces of string or twine or rope coming out of your body, these are all the cords. And some of these cords are people draining your energy, and instances in your life that is still connected to you that's draining your energy. So all these cords are basically pulling out. So if you're not recouping yourself and meditating and creating balance within yourself and connecting with spirit, if you are spiritual, you are a shaman, guess what's going to happen? Just exactly like the Duracell battery, they do go flat. And that's when we start crashing and burning and saying, oh, I'm really crook, I'm really ill. If you have a look around you at the moment, so many people are falling ill. One of the reasons for this is obviously everybody on this realm, including Mother Earth at this point in time, is ascending to a new higher spirituality. People have still got cords attached to them, so they're bringing that through with them as well. So because we're being kicked hyperly into hyperspeed or hyperdrive, whatever you wish, and our spiritual connections are getting stronger, and the veil, you've heard people talk about, if you are in this realm, that is thinning, or the veil is no longer existent, we're in a way where we're communicating directly and a lot stronger and a lot quicker. Where I was even 8 years ago to where I am today is a total different story. I can connect with spirit enough automatically. When I do a reading, before I used to have to meditate for about 35 minutes to get myself in the right mindset to move forward. When I was doing a healing session, I used to have to prep myself, ground myself, sit down for 45 minutes, do into meditation, connect with my spirit guides. Now it's as quick as. I wouldn't even turn around to you and say that it would take me 4 or 5 minutes before I can even do that. This is our spirituality, our spiritual connection, our connection with spirit, with Mother Earth, etc. It's just going into hyperspeed. The connection is getting stronger. Everybody knows about the new Earth. If you are spiritual, this is about connecting as one, coming in as one, healing as a whole, healing as a one, including Earth, and for Earth to heal herself, which she's doing at the moment. The volcanoes are erupting, spewing out, getting rid of all the negativity that she's been held up for years and years and years, because everybody, all the healers, including myself, use her to ground ourselves, and everybody uses her to ground ourselves. So where do you think all that negativity goes? When we need to release negativity, Mother Earth and the universe take it on. So yes, in a way, nature has to get rid of it somehow as well. This is where the eruptions, earthquakes, cyclones, tornadoes, not a nice thing, But this is Mother Earth just releasing it all and getting rid of it. We do it. Why can't she? We have to. She has to. The universe does it. We have to do it. When I heal, when we heal somebody that has cord cuts, we have to make sure that there's no way that that cord can be reattached. So part of the process is obviously cutting the cord physically, sitting with the client, and then from there, counseling them or guiding them by helping them on the journey to move forward. Part of this is, again, bringing in what doesn't serve you anymore, look into it, feel the energy around it, love the energy, thank the energy for being there, and turn around to it and say, I no longer need you, you no longer serve me, and let it go. Otherwise, if you don't do that, the cord can be reattached. And then you're in the same situation. You'll be in the same cycle for over and over and for the next however long until you break that cycle. Part of our journeying of healing ourselves, and a shaman, healer, energy healer, light worker, or anybody else that's in the healing business will guide you and help you and help spirit heal you, heal yourself. That's what it's all about. There are different situations there, like energy removal of a property, entity removal, etc. So there are different dimensions of where we can go down, where we go down, and what we do. And then we also go into property as shamans. Everybody knows about paranormal experts that are out there. They call themselves, I'm involved in it with a couple as well. Ghost hunters and stuff like that. I don't like that expression of ghost hunting. That's, the way I like to see it, and I like to call it is paranormal healing and paranormal connections, rather than ghost hunting. These are spirits or beings that have been on this planet that have suffered, that can't move on, and we have to help them transcend after they've passed on, transition back into spirit. Well, it might sound scary to you, or going into a dark place at night. This doesn't necessarily have to be done at night, in a dark place, at midnight. You do get better results because there's not so much interference in the modern day world. But for us to move forward and heal the space, obviously because everything is energy, so we have to heal the space, help heal the spirit that's trapped, pass on the messages that need to be passed on to his loved ones, or help them help themselves through our guides and ancestors so they can transition. Demonic entities, etc., we do that all the time. We go into properties. That's all part of the healing. And when I say it's all part of the healing, we don't just heal the person. We heal the environment. We heal all the energies around it. We heal the house, the property, the land, etc., etc. Whenever I walk into a property, be it for a fire ceremony or just a healing or something like that, I'll request permission from their ancestors and the local ancestors in the land to come in and practice what I'm going to practice, and bring my guides in and get their help to do what we need to do as well. As we are all one, and being a shaman and loving earth medicine, and if you wish, earth magic, and using different herbs and using different scents They're all gifted to us by Mother Earth and by the universe. They're all energies, same as us. So we have to respect everything the same as we respect ourselves, or we respect one another. Walking out onto the grass, I'm not going to turn around to you and say don't tread on the grass because it's got feelings, obviously, but have a little bit of respect. And thank the grass for being green, or thank the grass for bringing a smile back into your life, or the flower, or the bird, or the tree, or the storm when it rains. Bring it all in. It's all about healing yourself and a shaman helping you and guiding you through spirit and what we do to help you be a better person and to be a better you is the best way to say it. There's a lot going on in this world, and there's a lot that's happened that we've experienced as human beings. But we asked to come down here and experience it. So yes, we are going to take on some negativity. And yes, you can heal yourself with the guidance of healers that are here to help you. We're here for one another. We're here as one, including Earth, including nature, fauna, flora. The Earth needs healing. We all need some form of healing. Shamans and healers are never going to be able to work. Psychic mediums are never going to be able to work because that need is there. You can see the amount of shamans or medicine men and medicine women that are coming out of the woodwork, the light workers, the energy healers, the Reiki master, the Reiki practitioners, people that use angel light therapy, people that use Bowen therapy. All the healers are coming on more prominent now because we're at the stage that with the shift into the new earth and us as spirits living a human experience are experiencing major shifts in the awakening to a new spiritual realm, that as healers we've got a lot of work to do. Can I honestly turn around to you and say now, am I 100% honestly healed? There are some stuff or some instances that do come into life every now and then on a daily basis. Then one has to do a quick healing or have a quick meditation or releasing the negative energies around it. I might be 100% healed right now. I'm not saying that I am, but I might be. But then I could walk out the front door and then I could get a psychic attack, or I could get a negative entity that is standing out the side of the front door because nobody, my place is like Fort Knox. I like it when Jennifer said that the other day on her show, that she's got a household full of psychic mediums and intuitives and stuff like that, and she has to have the Fort Knox protection around her house. And I've got the same here. Spirit knows, and my guides know, that nobody is welcome in my house until I am ready for them to come in. So I might walk outside and then somebody might be waiting for me, or I've done a healing on somebody and the negative energy that was associated to that wasn't removed properly, which has never happened, but it can potentially. or the intention of the client wasn't right, so that that negativity could be around and they could be attacking me. So yes, obviously, we have to constantly heal ourselves to heal others. If we've got a certain situation as a healer that is overtaking our psyche as such and possessing us, we obviously then can't go into a healing session and try and heal our clients and help. So I hope this has given you a little bit of understanding of what we do and how we do things and what shamanic healing is all about. Now I'm just going to have a look at my Facebook page quickly and see who's there. Okay, so Susan, I've got a message on here from you. Susan Kretz, is it? Excuse the pronunciation. On the Beacon of Light Facebook radio chat show, I've been drawn to anything shamanic lately. I'm glad I'm able to listen this evening. Perfect. I'm actually glad that you are listening. And like I said previously on my two previous shows, that I personally think that everybody has got shamanic roots inside them. Does that mean that shamanism is your pathway? You need to sit down with your guides and listen to your guides and find out. But I can personally turn around to you and say that I strongly believe that shamanism is the base, or a very good base, for you to start on your shamanic spiritual journey. Shamanism, the shamanic healing especially, is all about connecting with nature, connecting with spirits. And it's very powerful. Yes, we do use herbs. And we do use other things. Do I personally use stimulants? No, I don't. I personally don't believe that a shaman, in the practice that I do, has to have a stimulant or a mind-altering drug to go in and do his journeying to find out and connect with spirit and get guidance from spirit on how to heal you, or how to help you heal yourself. Me personally, and that's my personal opinion, I'm not saying anything against anybody that does. I respect and honor all the shamans that are out there, and any shamanic field or practice that you do, or any indigenous culture that you've adapted to. And any other person in the spiritual industry that uses anything like that, I respect you and love you and bless you. Not a mean word said against it. It's just my personal opinion. I personally don't think that you need to use mind-altering drugs or illicit drugs to take you on a journey. I mean, yes, there are tribes in the Amazon and in Mexico that use it, and their work is profound. Again, personal opinion, I don't like it. I'm happy they're using it, and if they're doing great work, I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of our industry for getting out there. Everybody's noticed that when a shaman does work and does heal, he uses power animals, he uses spirits, spiritual guides, spiritual masters, etc. We use plant medicine. So plant and animal medicine is very strong because obviously it comes from nature. Universal medicine also comes in very strong. So the angelic realms, we use the lights, the energies, the flow of the energy, etc. The angel medicine is really strong. What I tend to do is I've looked at all the cultures and I bring all that in because I share my gift with everybody, and I think everybody should. Unfortunately, yes, as a healer, the shamanic healer, we do have to make a living, so we do have to charge. There are people out there, and I would love, absolutely love, to have a retreat so people can come in, live in for a couple of weeks, recoup, rejuvenate, heal themselves, do meditations, do healing sessions, do shamanic journeying, etc., etc. And I would absolutely love to offer that for free. And I hope one day I could, because I think that would be beneficial to a lot of people out there that can't afford to go to a shamanic healer or to a spiritual healer or to a Reiki master. But again, it's like I say to all my clients, or any potential client that comes in, asking me how much I charge. I said, there's my prices, that's what I charge. They are a guide, and yes, unfortunately I do have to charge because I do have to make a living and pay my bills. But if you can't afford it at this point in time, does this mean you're not ready for your journey? No, it doesn't. It just means there's a slight block that we can work around. People who know me know that I gift a lot, and this is part of me being who I am. I love gifting. I like doing free readings. I like doing free counseling sessions, free healing. But unfortunately, yes, I do have to charge. I do have to start charging some people. The question that I ask in that, in the modern day world, you pay to go see a doctor. Yes, we're not doctors. I know people are jumping up and down and shouting and screaming at the radio that you're listening to at the moment, saying you're not a doctor, you're not a certified doctor. No, I'm not. But you pay for your medication. You pay for meditation classes. You pay for your fitness classes. You pay for your dietary supplements. In the modern day world, unfortunately, we have to pay for everything. Yes, shamanic healing, or shamanic counseling, or seeing a shamanic practitioner or psychic medium, we do have to make a living. So unfortunately, we do have to ask for payment, be it. And I'm happy to trade. I really am happy to trade. Or if you gift me anything, I'm happy to trade that in the value of anything that you want. And that's a way, I think, if you go to any shamanic healer or shamanic practitioner anywhere on this globe, that they will turn around to you and say they do exactly the same thing. Because at the end of the day, it's about sharing the world, sharing the love, respecting each other, healing as many as we can. Am I going to heal everybody? Probably not. Because again, it's not me doing the healing. I'm just guiding you to help you heal yourself and to give you and transfer the messages from spirit, your masters, your guides, your power animals, and communicating that to you. So as anybody would like to call in, if you're online listening now and you'd like to call in and speak to me, well, I'll be happy to take phone calls. And if you'd like to chat with me, you can go onto the Facebook page. We've only got 5 minutes left of the show. Have a look on Beacon of Light Radio chat. And you can chat on there, say hi, ask a question. I'm open to questions. So if you'd like to give us a call, give me a call. And the telephone number that you need to dial is 1-260-222-6490. And the conference ID number that you need is 79364733. And if nobody wants to call, or if nobody wants to chat with me online right now, that's okay. Because I'm happy you're just listening anyway. I'm happy that there's so much traffic around this show. And I'm happy there's so much traffic around me, energy-wise, this morning prior to coming up here. I did say on my video prior to coming on this morning that I'm going to gift a couple of incenses, and you can't see it, unfortunately, but I've got a very good friend of mine who's a psychic medium, very well-known psychic medium here in Australia. She lives down just outside of Sydney. Her name is Rachel Grace. She's got a sacred scent out with different things, and the one that I've got in front of me that I'm going to gift to somebody is called Protect. I use this all the time. I love it. It smells beautiful, and the protection that you get from it is just not what you think it is. The protection that you get from this scent is out of this world. It is really, really good. And like I said, I use it all the time. She's also got other scents. I use another one called Abundance. So go onto her website, have a look at her Facebook page. Her name is Rachel Grace. There is, like I said, a video on my Facebook page about this. This is being live recorded and will be shown. So without further ado, I'm going to pick a name from the list. And hopefully you're still listening. Karen Michaels. Karen, if you're listening still, just write in the comments that you are. And then I want you to PM me or go through charity or whatever it might be, because I'm going to send a little packet off to you of the Rachel Grace Sacred Scent and my own mix of different types of herbs, which is a shamanic journeying incense, and in it has a blend of mugwort, Damenia, mullein, oak moss, skullcap, vervain, myrrh, bay leaf, and patchouli oil. So, Karen, these are for you. Absolutely. God bless. Thank you very much. And you've got a question as well. So that's great. Good timing. Really guided by spirit there. Thank you. So how does your healing and addiction work? You stated that it's up to the person, but since the physical as well as the emotional, how would that work? Okay, so we've only got a couple of minutes, but in brief, the healing of addictions and stuff like that is obviously going through the counseling process and helping the person connect with spirit. Spirit will show me on how and what needs to be achieved within the specific period that we have to do. The addictions like drug addiction, etc., is all part of a process, exactly the same as if you go to a psychologist or psychiatrist, etc., or drug and alcohol rehab center, etc. They work with you, and the same with shamanic healing. Shamanic healing is more driven, obviously, because of the energies and everything that we've got behind. We can help that person help themselves, as well as remove all the negativity associated with any of that, and then also help the person understand what the issue is and why they have that addiction, be it from a past life issue or this life issue. We take them back, we heal that situation, and help them move forward and progress forward. Okay, this isn't going to happen overnight, it's going to happen over time. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. I think we've only got about 30 seconds left. I know we're out. So, Karen, if you'd like to know any more information, you can either private message me, etc., and go from there. But unfortunately, we're out of time, folks. Wherever you are in this world, I love and respect you and honor your journeys. And I bless you, leave you in peace, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Blessings.